Welcome back to our journey about lifestyle management lessons from Vedic scriptures. So, now the story of two brothers. So, in today's discussion, what we are going to discuss is about the story of famous two brothers. And who are they? They are Vali and Sugriva. Yes, it is a classic and tragic story which says how the best of friends became the worst of enemies. In our life, definitely we have come across this kind of situation where people are very best friends, suddenly something happens in their life and they break. One small fight can actually destroy the relationship. So that's why I always say, people say about love at first sight. Yes, it does happen. Love at first sight, but divorce at first fight. So people just can't take the first fight itself. So it is very important that we cultivate a maturity, a psychological capability that we will be able to deal with people very nicely. So now we will see how these two best friends or two best brothers became the worst enemies in their life. Question to all of you, please think about it. What is the most important thing in this world, or what is the most important thing in this life? And everyone thinks roti, kapda, makan. Food, clothing, shelter. That is what everyone thinks. But this is something mind-blowing. So what it says? In this world, the most important thing is a relationship. So a Bengali saint very beautifully explains this concept. He says, Prema dhana vina vyartha daridra jivana. Quite amazing. When I read this for the first time, my mind was blown off. It says, Prema dhana vina vyartha daridra jivana. So, daridratha or daridra jivana means what? Daridrata means basically a poverty, a poor life or a poverty. So, what is real poverty in life? So, this saint explains the real poverty is the poverty of love, poverty in relationship. Prema dhana vina vyartha daridra jivana. If there is no love in one's life, then even if he has a food, clothing, shelter, still he feels some emptiness in the heart. So most of us we have seen in many movies, even we have experienced personally in our life, and I would like to tell you a personal experience. One of my friend, he was from a very rich family. He was studying well, he was very smart, handsome, very nice person, and during his college days, he fell in love. It's quite interesting about love. Whenever we speak about love, we say a person falls in love. Nobody raises in love. It's a food for thought to think. Coming back to the story, so my friend who was from a rich family, he fell in love with a girl who is from not so rich family or a poor family, and she is also from a little lower caste compared to this boy. And they became very close, and my friend decided to marry her. And finally, all of us know he had to take permission from his parents. So he goes to parents and says, Dad and Mom, I am in love with a girl and I would like to marry her. And parents say, okay, but please let us know the details of the girl. And he brings her and he tells the background of the girl, that she is coming from a poor background, she is not from a good caste. Immediately father becomes very angry and he says, not possible, no, I will reject this proposal. And this boy pleads, my dear father, please, because I have given my heart to her, I want to marry her, I want to make her as my life partner. And father says, no means no, you cannot marry her because she is from a poor background and she is from a lower caste. I will not accept, I will reject this proposal. And my friend, this boy was also very adamant. He says, Dad, please, please, please. He begs and he gets the answer in response as clear no. Finally, this boy tells the father, dear father, if you don't approve this marriage, then I am going to leave this house and go with that girl. And father tells, if you want to do so, you are welcome to do so, but with one condition. If at all you marry this girl, you will not get a single penny from me. You will not get this house, you will not get any assets, nothing from me, and you have to just be independent and you get lost from the house. And what does this boy say? I don't care for all these things. I don't want roti, I don't want kapda, I don't want makan. Meaning, I don't want food, clothing, shelter given from you. I will take care of myself. So from this story we can clearly understand that love is most important in our life. Even there are so many people who are living on the footpaths, but because they have relationship, because they have love, they don't mind doing anything. So similarly in our life, love is most important. If we do not have love, and all money, all assets, positions, what it can do, what it can help us. That's why it is said, you can buy a clock, but you cannot buy time. You can buy blood, but you cannot buy life. You can buy sex, but you cannot buy love. So in this way, we can buy so many things in this life, but actually speaking, we can't buy the reality. We can't buy actually the most needed thing in our life. One of that thing is love. Most of the people in this world, they commit suicide not because of lack of food or lack of money. It is because of heartbreaks. So the statistics say how people in every 10 minutes there are about 10 to 15 suicides happens in the entire world. So by the time we began our talk, there are already 10 to 20 people who have committed suicide. So generally, if you see some suicide notes, you don't see suicide notes where people write suicide note saying, I am committing suicide because I don't have food today. I am committing suicide because I didn't get chapatis today. Or you don't see, I am committing suicide because I got chapati but I didn't get sabji today. So we don't see any suicide notes like that. But most of the suicide notes are because of lack of heartbreaks. Now, our spiritual relationship with God depends on how is our relationship with individual around us. Many people may claim that I am very spiritual, I am connected to God, but we need to check how is their dealing with the local people around them. If I cannot deal well with 10 people who are around me, how can I have a very good relationship with God, who is the supreme personality of Godhead? So our spiritual growth also depends on our independent life where we deal with people around us. Now let us discuss something about Vali and Sugriva. These are the two famous brothers from Ramayana and some information about Vali and Sugriva. Vali and Sugriva, they belong to the species called Vanaras. They are celestial apes. They are extremely powerful than humans, and as per hierarchy, Vanaras are greater than humans. Some of us we may be thinking, so Vanaras means they are lower than us. No, Vanaras are greater beings than us. Etymologically, there are three meanings for Vanaras. Number one, Va plus Nara is equal to, whether is it a man? Va Nara is asking question, is it a Nara or not Nara? Meaning a man or something else. That is Va Nara. Second meaning is Vana plus Nara, one who belongs to forest, Vanara. And the third meaning is Vana plus Nara, that is a forest man. A man who belongs to forest is also known as Vanara. Now it is a very important story which we are going to discuss and analyze about and learn a lot of lessons from this story. So now we will discuss about a great Mayavi demon who comes in the outskirts of Kishkinda and calls from the top of his voice, "Hey Vali, are you ready to fight?" And he calls for the combat. And Vali and Sugriva, they belong to the Kshatriya categories. If someone calls them, they can't sit idle. They want to come out and fight with that person. But when Vali and Sugriva hears this noise, hears this sound that somebody is calling for combat, for fight, there was a question mark. Because in Ramayana, it is very clear that it was Vali who was the most powerful personality in the Ramayana. Even Ravan could not fight against Vali. Vali was so powerful. And Vali's wife, she explains to Vali that in this world there is no one who can fight against you. Moreover, there is nobody who has courage to come and call you directly for a fight, for a combat. But if somebody is calling, means this is not an actual person. Definitely there is some trick or some flaw. Please be very careful. And Vali and Sugriva, they think about it, but Vali says, nothing doing. I am going and I am going to fight and kill this person, whoever he may be. I am going to fight against him. After Vali comes out of his kingdom and sees, looks at this Mayavi demon and plans what I should do, and what he will do, what happens, we will see in the next episode. Thank you very much.